Hi guys, hope everybody's doing really well. I wanted to come on here and share something really special. It is not a doll, but it was created for me as a gift from someone else in the community, so it's kind of related, right? This is a junk journal. This is created by Teresa, Cloud9 Nursery. I'm sure you guys know her, but in case you don't, I'm going to leave the link below. Really awesome, super cool, very creative person. And she made this for me. And it's so spot on. Like, this is like me in a book. I'm floored. Like, besides having my favorite color, which is the turquoise minty green, everything about this is just like she absolutely nailed it. This is my whole like aesthetic. It fits perfectly in my house. It's so beautiful. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. So a junk journal is sort of like a regular journal. You can write things down and, document things, but it also has like little hidden pockets and little flaps, and you can hide little messages in there or little note cards. I mean, you'll see, if you're not familiar with the concept, you'll see as I open it and go through it, but it's so amazing, and I'm so excited. She really poured her heart and soul into this book for me, and I wanted to first tell you guys about the cover, this black velvet. Teresa used to do Rocky Horror Picture Show, and she used to play Dr. Frankenfurter, which is, of course, Tim Curry's incredibly fabulous character. I love Rocky Horror, always have. I watched it when I was a teenager, and I've loved it ever since. That is actually part of her costume that she used to wear when she would do the show, and it's the bottom part of her black cape, and I think it is the coolest little like personal detail. And the fact that we both love Rocky Horror, it's just like, I don't know, there's something very, very cool about that. Not only is it something from someone that is special to me, but it's also just such a cool thing. Like, I used to always go to the shows, and see people perform Rocky Horror, and it's just such a cool thing that that's part of my book. So it's got these details on the side, it's got all these ribbons, and that is an actual skeleton key, a real skeleton key. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little dragon here at the bottom. That dragon reappears later, but I just want to show you, this is all handmade by her. So as I was telling you, there's these little pockets where you can put things. She has taken, these are so cool. These are so my vibe. Like, it's hard to do this with the tripod in front of me, but you can write little things on the cards. It's just so cool. She started making this. She was talking about wanting to do these, and I was like, oh, that's a cool, that would be such a cool thing. I've always wanted to have one of those. And she was talking about that when I made the Grinch. And she's like, well, I'm going to make one for you. And I can't believe, like, how much she just nailed it. It's got this beautiful paper back here. Some of this paper is hand dyed by her as well. It's just so, so cool. Here's some of that hand-dyed paper that I was talking about. There's all these little pockets. This Halloween postcard, it's so me. See if I can get the glare off of it. It's just, it's such a like spooky vibe. It's so my vibe, There's little things like this that you can write stuff on. The whole concept of the junk journal, this sort of chaotic beauty, I love it. I love it. This is something that I would have purchased, like I would buy this. They're so cool. This, of course, says spooky. I love the vintage Halloween. That's another thing. I really started on this sort of vintage Halloween kick, and she knew all about that. So it's just, I'm telling you, this is like me. It's me in a book. That is an actual postcard there, this one, that you can take out and use if you wanted to, or write things down. Like there's little pockets here. It's just so cool. Like the amount of work that this took is just like, and this because I love reptiles. The snake skin or lizard skin, I guess that's snake skin, but it's just like, this is something I told her when I got this. I was like, I'm going to keep this until I'm 100 years old because I'm that type of person. I'm a very sentimental person. And this is something that, there's more reptile stuff. This is something, if I had kids, I would hand down to them. It's the coolest thing. So this is obviously Zeus, my little ginger chihuahua. It's another little thing you can scribble on, and this is more of that dragon fabric. It's just so cool. Little hidden places where you can write things. And there's so much to like look at. This is like, it's like my favorite shop. There's this shop here in Dallas called Curiosities, and when you walk in, there's just so many cool things. It's almost overwhelming. That's what this book reminds me of. This is another postcard. It's just so cool, and there's so much going on. Pardon the dog hair on my sleeve, guys. That's what happens when you have a dog. But like every part of this, it's so me. It's so my vibe. And I'm kind of astonished because like I've known Teresa for a while. You know, she's been in the community a while, as have I. But I'm kind of astonished that someone I just pretty recently started talking to on a regular basis would know me well enough to create something like this. Little coffee cup. It's like this whole, it's like an adventure kind of. I love this. Love that. But like, look at this paper, okay? This, she didn't buy it like this. This is hand dyed. It's just so cool. More lizard. Look at that paper. More stuff that comes out. Spirit. This was it was some kind of like vampire coloring book or something. But it's so like, this reminds me of Edward Gorey, who is coming down the stairs. If you guys know Edward Gorey, you know why that would remind me, but Edward Gorey is one of my favorite authors. It's just, it's so much to like look at, and it's just so cool. And when she was making this paper, her cat got into the food coloring. It was just food coloring when she was dyeing it. She's like trying to keep Smokey out of the blue food coloring paper dye. It was so funny. Like, how beautiful is that? Look at that with the dragon at the bottom. I just can't. I can't. And this is because, you know, spoons. If you're chronic illness, chronic pain sufferer, you know what spoons are. But look at this fabric. This is a turquoise dragon. Like when I tell you this is me in a book, it just doesn't get any better than this. It's so gorgeous. And I can't express enough how much I love this. I actually have this stored under glass in a little glass cabinet because I don't want any dust getting on it. I will be adding little things to it as time goes on. I'm probably stuffing more things in it, little keepsakes and things, but it's so beautiful. I almost don't want to touch it, but I do want to use it. But it's just so phenomenal. So I know Teresa's watching. She's already heard all of this, but you've like shocked all of my friends here. Everybody's like, this is Lexi. This is Lexi in a book, and it really is. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate and love this. Love you. Thank you so, so much.